Ain't it great having leaders? They can take and let things get destroyed. You know, they didn't shut the power to going through the power lines off, and them high winds. They didn't cut the brush back, cut the dead trees down for years. The leaders were trying to get the residents over there to give up their property forcefully, and they wouldn't. And then because they knew that if they didn't, by law, cut away the brush from the power lines and the dead trees and any living trees that's got water flowing through them, that fires would start. So all they needed to do was create high winds, and then the fires started. Ain't it great having leaders? It is 1860 all over again. The government is burning everything down to take over the land. They wanted to run these poor people off, middle class to poor, so they can take over that land and build high-rise buildings. Because we have a leader. And so because we have a leader, like in 1860, history is repeating itself. The Britons in 1774 went through and started burning down homes and killing women and children to try to win the war, but they lost because there was too many people in this country before it became the U.S. Before everybody got to believe it's the U.S. government or the USA when it's not. United States, that's Washington, D.C., that is of America. Americans, that is of America. We're separate from this land called America. The U.S. government is separate from this land that's called America. We have leaders. History is repeating itself again. So as long as we have leaders, history will always repeat itself. Because they have learned, and it's always instilled into us, even if we eliminate leaders and 100 years later, 500 years later, they get leaders again. Eventually, because it's in us to do it. When we want control and we want something and we want to do something here or there, and there's other people in the way, we are going to repeat history and start burning things down, killing women and children and everybody to get what we want as a leader. So as long as we have leaders, we will have soldiers, street soldiers out there to control the people for the leaders. That's how it works. The leaders have to somehow have control over the people, and they got to get the people that are stupid enough to join them to help control their own people from them and for them. And so our own people joins them to help them go to war with us. That's how it works. The Chinese people join the government or are forced to, so they have people to do their bidding, to control. That's what slavery is. That's what we're under in America. That's what democracy is. Every other country has a democracy, always had a democracy. Democracy is the leaders control the people, and the leaders force the people to go to work for them. But in this country, the great American experiment, they used voluntarism. But then it wasn't quite working out. So they had to start implementing control upon the people, using the people against each other. Oh, you won't get in trouble for this if you do, if you kill this person. You won't get in trouble if you beat this person up or to death. You won't get in trouble if you break people's windows out their vehicles like they cannot do to someone else. This way, you are above the law, and you can help us control the people. We will give you extra money on top of your paycheck. Bonuses, kickbacks, whatever. You can keep a little bit of the money you take from people when you accuse them of having drug money without any drugs. They're above the law. They're there to control us, and we join them to help them control our own people. So as long as we have leaders, history will always repeat itself, and we will never get out of slavery. Never.